Pruning pines can be a very confusing topic for most bonsai beginners. When you prune a deciduous tree, wherever you prune, it sprouts from the tip of the pruning point. With pines, it's not that simple. What makes pines confusing are these things which are called candles. Each year in the spring, the pines produce these long candles. This is a black pine, Japanese black pine that has been grown from seed. And in spring it produces candles, as you can see, at least 8 or 10 inches long. And if you do nothing to that, it will become a long branch. And because in bonsai we want to keep the tree compact, you need to deal with the candles. And this is where people find it very confusing as to what to do. I've deliberately left this bunch of candles grow long because I want to strengthen that pine. This is a Japanese white pine, and this is the candles that you get with the Japanese white pine. The black pine is different, and even the red pine is different, but they all produce candles. Let me show you how to deal with these. If you don't want the thing to become a long branch like this one, I can either remove the candle completely like this, take the entire candle off, and leave 3 of the younger ones to continue growing. They will be less vigorous. But I can't just leave that to grow indefinitely. The best thing to do is to cut half of it off. Take the strongest one out and cut all the other candles half the length. If you do that, it will encourage young buds to break further back into the branch. And that is how you keep the pine compact. Again, take the strongest one out and then reduce the other ones by half. Sometimes you can remove the candles completely. If the tree is growing strong, if you remove all the candles, that will also be okay, and it will produce bud break further back into the branch. So you'll get this sort of thing happening, buds breaking further back on the branch, and you'll get a very tight foliage pad as a result of doing that. The same thing with these white pines. You can either remove all the candles if you so wish, because you've got more candles growing there. You can remove half of these ones, and then you'll get bud back from much further back into the branch. So if in doubt, just remove half the candles of all the new growth on the candles. These purple things, by the way, are the flowers of the white pine. This is a very old Japanese black pine that I've had for many years, and each year it produces these interesting flowers. Many people wonder what these are, but these are the flowers of the Japanese black pine. When the flowers are finished, they pollinate and create cones on the other ones. You still got the candle. So if you don't want this branch to grow longer, you just take half the candle off or remove it completely. So this is how you deal with these mature black pines. You can remove it completely and it will break further back. But these, don't get confused, these are not candles, they're just the flowers of a mature pine. Junipers are not like pines, and with junipers, all you have to do is go into the wood and with the scissors prune it back like that, prune the long tips back. So it is quite different from how you deal with a pine. I mentioned this in passing because many people get confused between pruning pines and pruning junipers. We will deal with the pruning of junipers at another lesson.